As a nation, we have so many social and economic problems. Constant political tension, racial division, and social unrest that leave us weaker and more vulnerable. So many of us are just trying to survive, living paycheck to paycheck, amassing debt, struggling to pay our bills, and the feeling of excessive taxes. Our communities are dealing with lack of investment in both physical and human infrastructure, and our small businesses are struggling. And while we have the ability to solve these problems, we're not doing it. And we are not prioritizing the policies that prioritize people. Hello, my name is Delman Coates, founder of the Our Money campaign, with an agenda that is going to change the way we think about our future as a nation, a future where no person or community is left behind, and a future that brings us together rather than pulls us apart. The road to a more equitable and sustainable future begins with the federal job guarantee, which would provide a dignified job with benefits for every American who wants one. It's necessary because right now, policymakers in Washington generally define full employment as 4 to 5% unemployment. That means that even in a good economy, there will always be tens of millions of unemployed people. A federal job guarantee would end involuntary unemployment by providing jobs for all those that the private sector is unable or unwilling to employ. And since a federal job guarantee is federally funded and administered at the state and local level, the policy would greatly benefit state and local governments whose budgets are already strained. It would raise wages, provide economic security for American families, and end racial scapegoating due to labor competition. One study shows that a job guarantee would boost GDP by over $500 billion a year, add more than 19 million private and public service jobs, and improve state-level government budgets by a total of $53 billion per year. Another great benefit of a job guarantee is that it's an automatic stabilizer, meaning that the spending for the policy is automatic, and we won't have to keep going back and forth to Congress seeking additional funding every time it's needed, as we do currently with stimulus spending. Our national capacity to spend on the things that we need is much greater than we've been led to believe. When the federal government responsibly deficit spends on the things that we need, we are able to solve some of our greatest social and economic challenges. And with more public spending, households will have less debt, less stress, and more peace of mind. Families would have greater job security, and students could receive an education that doesn't place them in economic bondage for the rest of their lives. Households would not be overburdened with taxes, and local and state governments would be able to better provide for their residents with greater support from the federal government. We can do better. We must do better. Our future as a nation depends upon it. It's time that we prioritize the policies that prioritize people.